Is narcissism merely a personality trait or a disruptive force that can impact relationships and daily interactions? Welcome to our exploration of narcissism, a complex and often misunderstood concept. At its core, narcissism is a personality trait characterized by a strong sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. In psychology, it's seen as an inflated self-image, often to the point of grandiosity. And it's a trait that can significantly influence an individual's behavior and interactions with others. Narcissists often live in a world of their own making, a world where they are the center, the star, the most important player. They may have a heightened sense of entitlement and may exploit others to achieve their own ends. In essence, narcissism can create a distorted lens through which they view the world. To understand this, delve into a day in the life of a narcissist. Meet John, a charismatic individual who, beneath the charm, lives a life characterized by narcissism. Let's follow John through his day. He wakes up each morning with a sense of entitlement. The world, after all, revolves around him. He preens in the mirror, satisfied with his appearance, and preps for his day, confident that everyone will be captivated by his charm. His morning commute is a chance to display his superiority. He weaves through traffic, disregarding drivers around him. His journey is more important, and he believes his driving skills are superior to others. Once at work, he assumes the spotlight, dominating meetings and conversations. He's quick to take credit and slow to accept blame. His co-workers' needs and ideas are secondary to his. Lunchtime is a stage for John. He chooses where to eat, what to order, and dominates the conversation. He uses this time to boast about his accomplishments and belittle others subtly. His stories are grand, often exaggerated, and he's the hero in all of them. In the afternoon, John's narcissistic tendencies continue. He finds ways to manipulate situations to his advantage. He's dismissive of feedback, seeing it as a personal attack rather than an opportunity for growth. He craves admiration, and when he doesn't receive it, he feels slighted and may react with anger or disdain. After work, John heads to the gym, another platform to showcase his superiority. He's not there to improve his health or well-being, but to be seen and admired. His workout routine is more about outdoing others than personal fitness. Back home, John spends his evening engaging in online debates, asserting his opinions as facts. He thrives on the attention, even if it's negative. His need to be right outweighs his need for healthy interactions. As he ends his day, he reflects on his victories, disregarding the feelings he may have hurt along the way. He falls asleep, already planning how he will conquer the next day. John's day provides a glimpse into the complex world of a narcissist. John's narcissism doesn't exist in isolation. It impacts his relationships significantly. Consider his family ties. Narcissism, often characterized by a grandiose sense of self-importance, can lead to a lack of empathy for others. In John's case, this results in him constantly seeking validation and attention from his family members, while disregarding their needs or feelings. This not only puts a strain on these relationships, but also creates an environment of constant tension and conflict. Now, let's turn our attention to his friendships. John's inflated ego tends to overshadow the dynamics of a healthy friendship. He often diminishes his friends' accomplishments, subtly turning the spotlight back onto himself. This pattern of behavior makes it challenging for John to maintain long-lasting friendships. In the workplace, John's narcissism also plays out in a disruptive way. He views his colleagues as competitors rather than teammates. He often takes credit for others' work, and his inability to accept criticism or feedback hampers his professional growth. This in turn creates a toxic work environment that can lead to high turnover and low morale. The ripple effects of John's narcissism are far-reaching, infiltrating every corner of his life. It's not just about the inflated self-image or the constant need for validation. It's about the relationships that are strained, the friendships that fade, and the work environments that become hostile. Narcissism, as seen in John's life, can be a disruptive force. Recognizing narcissism is the first step towards dealing with it. To identify narcissistic behavior, look out for traits like excessive self-interest, a sense of entitlement, and a lack of empathy. Narcissists often have an inflated sense of self-importance, believing they're superior to others. They may also manipulate or exploit people to their advantage, showing little regard for others' feelings. But remember, it's not always black and white. We all have moments of self-interest or entitlement. It's when these behaviors are persistent and detrimental to relationships that narcissism might be at play. Now let's discuss how to interact with narcissists. Patience is key, as they might not respond well to criticism. Try to set clear boundaries and avoid getting entangled in their manipulation tactics. It's crucial to maintain your self-esteem and not let their behavior affect your sense of self-worth. If you find yourself dealing with a narcissist in a close relationship, considering professional help might be beneficial. Therapists can provide strategies to manage these relationships and help you navigate through the emotional turbulence. Interestingly, recognizing narcissistic traits in oneself can be quite challenging due to the nature of the disorder, but self-awareness can lead to growth and change. In essence, dealing with narcissism involves understanding, patience, and self-care. It's a journey that requires strength and resilience. Understanding narcissism helps navigate relationships more effectively. Narcissism is more than just a personality trait. It's a complex issue that affects both the individual and their relationships. We've unpacked its nature, used John as a case study, dissected its impact on relationships, and shared tips on dealing with narcissism. The importance of understanding narcissism cannot be overstated. It's a crucial step towards managing its influence. Remember, understanding narcissism is not just about identifying it, but about managing its impact on daily life and relationships.